So let's check exercise which is called container with most water. And you are given an array with heights where each element represents a wall. And we need to find two walls that together with the x-axis form a container that holds the most water. And we need to return the maximum area. And below we have an example where we have an array with heights and the output is 48. Why so? Because we take walls at position I, which is equal to 1, with height 8, and j, which is equal to 8, with height 7. So the height will be the distance between them, 8 minus 1, which is equal to 7, and height, which is equal to minimum of two walls, 8 and 7, which is 7. So 7 multiplied by 7 is 48. So that's the condition. Now let's answer to some questions. So what is the area, actually how is the area calculated, which wall should we move, the taller or the shorter one, and what pattern fits here? So let me answer to all of these questions. So what is the area, how is the area calculated? And the formula is that we need to multiply weight by minimum between height left and height right. Which wall should we move, the taller or the shorter one? The shorter one, moving the taller wall, so moving the taller wall can only decrease or keep the weight the same, and the height is still limited by the shorter wall. So moving the shorter wall gives a chance to find the taller one from the left side or right, it depends. And what pattern fits here? In my opinion, I think that a good pattern here is 2 pointers, because we can use left pointer, which will begin at the start of our array, and right pointer, which will be at the end of our array. And moving toward, we can find the solution for that task. So now let's move forward and let's check potential solutions. So let's create our method, public static void public static, okay, and actually we need to return an int, because we are searching for area, which will be an int. And now let's call our method, let's say find container with most water, yeah, with most water. And the argument will be the container with heights. Okay, it should be an array. Okay, so we already identified that we want to use 2 pointers here, so we will need 2 variables, left and right. Container length minus 1. So if you have solved previous task, I think it's already familiar for you. Okay, and also let's declare a variable which will store maximum area, which we'll find. Initially it will be 0. Why we don't need to use integer mean value like we have done in previous examples? Because we assume that we will not have the area with sign minus, yeah, so it will be 0 minimum area. Okay, now let's create a loop, because we want to iterate through our container and make some checks. and the condition will be left should be less than right, because we don't want to compare same elements. And now let's calculate the distance between wall from left and wall from right. So let's create a variable. Let's call it current distance, which is equal to right minus left. Cool. And now let's calculate the current area. Current area, which is equal math minus, oh, not minus, minimum between wall from the left and wall from the right. Okay, and also we will need to multiply the wall by the x-axis, so actually by our distance. So yeah, here we will have our distance. So that's it. And now we will need also a condition in order to decide where our pointers left or right should move. So how we will decide this? Let's check which element, which wall is higher, left or right. So container left, let's say, is less than container than height from right. And if it is, we will need to move our left pointer. Why so? Because potentially we can find a wall which is higher, and if it's not, else we will move right pointer, because right now left wall is higher than right, so potentially we can find wall from the right which can be equal to the left wall or even higher. Okay, and also here I have done a small mistake. So current area, and I forgot to compare. So we need to check if, let's say, our previous max area is still higher than current area. If not, then we will assign max area with new value, a better one. And then let's return our max area. And now let's check how this method is working. So public static void main, and here let's call our method. Let's use these values. Okay, let's initialize new area, new array, new int with these values. Let's check how this is working. Yeah, so we have 48 correct result. And now let's analyze our solution. So the time complexity is O(n), so each pointer moves at most n steps in total. And the space complexity is O(1). We have only 2 pointers and a variable to track the maximum area. So again, I think that this solution is good, so we can leave it how it is and move forward to a new exercise.